Good evening. I'm convening the March 27th, 2024 meeting of the Gaithersburg Historic District Commission. Before we proceed, I would like to announce to anyone who is watching that the City Hall seems to have some electrical issues at the moment. We'd ask you to be patient as we proceed. We'll do our best, but again, please be patient. You may be old and frail yourself someday. I would ask also that you silence your cell phones during this proceeding. And now I'll proceed to take the roll so that we can establish we do have a quorum so that we can proceed legally with what our agenda is. When I call your name, would you please just say aye, if you would? Frank Robinson, the Assistant City Attorney.
I think you mean Johnson and I.
Did I say Robinson? I beg your pardon. You play baseball?
Not too well.
Kate San Gregorio.
Aye.
Commissioner Morgan.
Aye.
Commissioner Feinstein.
Aye.
Commissioner LaFrance.
Aye.
Commissioner Ramirez.
Aye.
Greg Mann.
Present.
And John Roddy, the Vice Chair and Acting Chair this evening, says aye. I am present. So we do have, the record will reflect, we do have a quorum. I have a statement to read. One second, please. Yes. The Commission is empowered to meet and act under Article 12 of the City Code of Gaithersburg. The technical qualifications of the staff of this commission and the members of the commission are on file with the City of Gaithersburg and are available on request to any applicant and are hereby made a part of the legal record of each and every application heard today. Each application heard today is considered on its own merits and is not to be considered as establishing a precedent for any other application. Do we have anyone who has a conflict of interest this evening or wishes to make a declaration of any sort?
I do.
Yes.
I believe both applicants are my neighbors who I know, so I'll abstain from any votes.
Very well. All right. The first matter on the agenda is the approval of the minutes of the last month's meeting, and I believe you can vote on that.
Yes.
Do we have any suggestions for amendments? Seeing or hearing none, I would entertain a motion to adopt those minutes. Anyone?
I moved. We adopt the
Do we have a second?
I second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any nays?
I abstain.
I have one abstention. All right, we have a 3-0 to 1. It passes. All right, the first matter on the agenda is a historic area work permit, HIST 9774-2024. Do we have a presentation from staff?
Yes, good
Yes,
evening,
sir.
everyone.
Mr. Copeland.
Good to see you all. This application is HIST-9774-2024 at 7 Walker Avenue, which is located in red on your screen. This property is a contributing resource in the Brooks, Russell, and Walker Historic District. The applicant requests to partially replace the asbestos siding with cementitious shingle siding on both side elevations. The late Victorian-style residence was constructed circa 1900, and staff is of the opinion that the asbestos siding is most likely not original to the house. Here to present the application is the homeowner, Teresa. Welcome.
Hi, thank you. Good evening. I'm Teresa.
Good evening.
Good evening. This siding project came about due to a requirement by my home insurance, and they noted some cracked shingles, and because they are asbestos fiber, that it was concerning to the insurance, and there's a little bit exposure of the side of the home. The estimates that I've received discerned that the probable cause was weed whacking in the past. I did not weed whack the area, but prior owners potentially had hit the side of the home with a weed whacker. And as you can see, this is the home. This is the left side of the home. And along the driveway, there's several areas along that bottom row that have cracks and pieces flaked off. Then again, on the other side, there's one spot, in the left corner, there's one shingle that has one potential area that I have to try to get removed and replaced. The product that was recommended from one of the companies that I'd spoken with was a product from Home Depot. It's called GAF. It's actually the most current product on the market that is similar to the asbestos cement fiber siding from the historic times, and it looks very similar. It's the exact same dimensions as well. So some of the areas that you could see where I will be putting it, it will blend, and the texture is similar. It has a wavy bottom, which is very similar to the home, and then again, the texture and the dimensions are both 12 by 24. So in sum, this is no work to the front. This will require no change into the front of the home. It's just the two spots on the sides. And per the historic work permit that I had submitted, I'm home as the homeowner. I'll be doing the work with a help of a contractor. And our hope is to start as soon as possible, first week of April, and we would hope to finish by the first week of April as well.
Thank you. I would ask if there's anyone in the audience who wishes to speak for or against this proposal. Hearing none, seeing none, I would ask if there's anyone online who wishes to say anything.
I would just note if anyone is online that wants to speak, they should hit the raise hand button at the bottom of their screen. We do have one person online, but their hand is not raised.
Very well. I then turn it over to the members of the commission. Commissioner Morgan.
Thank you.
Questions, comments?
I don't have any question. I don't have any comment. Thanks for your presentation,
Great.
and thanks for the information provided. I think you have enough information that prevent me from making any comment. The color look similar to what you have on the building, on the house. You did mention that the fiber cement board is the same size
Yes.
and it has the same configuration. So I think I'm okay with that. I don't have any comment or question.
Commissioner
Thank you.
Feinstein.
Yeah, my only question, I guess, is about the finish itself, and when you replace the asbestos shingle with the fiber cement, most of the time the fiber cement tends to be a through-body material, so it's not going to. The finish will be already pre-finished, correct?
I believe it's primed, and then I'll choose the same shade of paint
Oh,
that's
so,
on the
so
other.
that was my question. So you're going to paint it to match
Yes.
the adjacent. Okay, good. And does the asbestos shingle have the same sort of striation that the fiber
Yes,
cement
it does.
Okay.
Same vertical lines.
Yeah.
And the wave.
Okay. My main concern was that it would stand out. So if you're painting it to match, I have no issues with it.
Is that it?
Yep.
Commissioner LaFrance.
It looks like thankfully, we have a replacement material. Maybe someday you could consider seeing if the original siding is under the house and removing all of that someday, but one day at a time. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
I have no questions.
I have no questions either. I would just make a statement that when I moved several months ago, I had in my possession about a dozen and a half of the very shingles that you have on your house.
Oh,
Cement, asbestos cement. Unfortunately, I threw them away. I apologize. Didn't know you then. If there's nothing further, I would entertain a motion.
I do have one question for, I guess, staff.
Absolutely.
Is there any kind of special permit that's necessary to remove the shingle if it's already friable, or is that not a?
Not to my understanding. Obviously, they'd need a building permit, I believe, for the installation of the new one. They'd have to follow any asbestos removal regulations the city has as well, but that's all done through the permitting, permitting side of things.
Just curious.
Yeah.
It's a good question.
That's good curiosity, yeah.
Motion, anyone?
I recommend that the Historic District Commission, based on the exhibits submitted, the applicant's testimony, and the staff report findings and recommendations, approve HIST-9774-2024, finding it in compliance with Section 24-227.2 of the City Code.
With the one
Oh,
condition?
what is the condition?
Yeah, I don't see it here either.
I have it in my staff report. It is. Replacement shingles must match the size and style of the existing.
Yeah, per the testimony, yeah.
Do I have a second as the motion is
Second.
amended? A second?
Second.
Very well. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 And the chair votes aye. Any nays? No, there are no nays. So 5-0 it goes. Or 4-0, excuse me.
Yeah, I think it's 4-0 with one abstention.
Yeah, it's one abstention, that's correct.
Extension, yeah.
We next move on to a tax credit application, HIST 9752-2024. Once again, do we have a staff presentation?
Yes, that'll be me again. All right, so this next one, same street. We are now down the street at 24 Walker Avenue. This is a historic tax credit application, HIST-9752-2024. You can see here on the screen the property is in red. This residence was constructed in 1923 and is a contributing resource to the Brooks, Russell, and Walker Historic District. The applicant seeks $5,699.45 in historic tax credits for the items shown on the screen. The work includes a chimney repair, replacing the metal and TPO roof, gutter replacement, and new snow guards. As shown in the exhibits, purchase took place in 2020 and 2021. However, the work itself took place in 2023. So this slide shows the before and after photos of the primary roof, snow guards, and the gutters. You can see the before is on top, and then the after is below. This slide shows the before and after photos for the TPO roof and the chimney. And that is it. Are there any questions?
Yes, Mr. Copeland, if you would explain, please, the application refers, or I should say the staff report refers to a matter raised in Exhibit 3 about a lift.
Yes.
Could you explain, please, what that lift is?
Yeah, so this was a good question. The applicant reached out and was wondering if this could be included for the historic tax credit. We checked in with the county, and they said that they would consider it to be a tool or a vehicle to move the chimney. So they did not think it was applicable to include in this request.
We're talking about a crane.
It was described to me it was like a rental vehicle. Yeah, it was a rental to be able to move the materials around.
Which would be mounted on the roof itself.
It would be on the ground.
I mean,
behave like a crane, but instead it has a basket on it. And then the materials and the person would be in the basket and would bring the
A cherry
materials out.
picker. in other
Yes.
words.
that's my
Yes.
understanding. Yeah.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone else on the commission?
I did have a question about the before and after pictures. The one on the bottom of the next slide,
Oh.
where it says the after picture of the repaired chimney.
I think it's
Is that
I think
reversed?
that was
It's reversed, yeah.
That's what I was wondering too.
Yeah.
It looks awful.
Yeah.
I would have to double check. As
Yeah,
it was
it
explained to
is
me, this was the after because it did have the there's that on top of the brick. There was that layer that I believe is the new one. That's how it was
Parging.
presented to me. If you see my screen right
I
The
here.
parging there at the top,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Between the last.
But at
yeah.
the flashing around around the chimney looks.
Around chimney, yeah.
Yeah, it's not finished.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
atrocious.
Yeah. No, it's not even finished, so we would feel more comfortable having a finished picture.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose. Well, I mean, so all of this takes place. We have to send everything in June. So there's at least the April meeting and the May meeting.
It does say it's a focus of the picture of the chimney, not the roof itself.
Yeah, but understood, but
It's kind of confusing.
but it almost looks like the roof is
Yeah.
where at the base where it hits it looks almost damaged there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And without that flashing, that could be potentially for a water leak.
Yeah.
If I may, I believe the roof, just judging from the photos, the roof was replaced after the chimney was repaired, because the chimney photos show a tin roof, but you can see in the street view after photos that the roof is newer snap block standing seam.
So it's more of a progression. The photo was taken just the top of the chimney, and then later on the roof was done. Because if you look on the bottom of that, it seems that it's damaged or the work is in progress.
Yeah. Okay, so
Yeah, something's wrong.
maybe
with it.
the problem is when the work was actually completed, it's now before us. In 2025, the new roof will come before us.
Well, so as I understand it, the roof was a part of this application. I'm wondering if what happened here is that the chimney happened first. So you can see on the left that
Yeah.
this was the
Yeah.
existing chimney.
Yeah.
Then the chimney was replaced, and the
Yeah.
roof was replaced afterwards. That's what
Okay.
I'm thinking.
Okay.
Because Kate brings up a good point. You've got the standing seam. Looks like it's a little just slightly shorter than what was proposed. This looks like it's tin. So I'm wondering if that was the order of progression.
Okay,
If I
it-
could,
it's
the
more of a-
applicant is actually online and has his hand raised. We could bring
okay.
him.
Perfect.
in
I think this
to
would be a
answer
good
this
time to
question.
hear from the
Yes.
applicant.
Yes.
So if we could unmute Olivier Cote.
Hello?
Yep,
Good evening.
Good evening.
All right, you can hear me?
Yes.
Oh, great. I think what was discussed just now is actually what happened. It was a succession of events. I mentioned we already had done an application. When we came in the house, we were told by the inspection at the time that the roof was perfect and good for a couple years. And then we bought the house, moved in, and a month after, there was water leaking from everywhere. We tried several times with what the neighbor would tell us about old roof and trying to fix it. We tried to paint it with those different coat that they put that have pieces in there that block holes and everything, which never worked. So at that point, we got really tired of it. So we got people to come and inspect, and that's right. The chimney was done first because the mortar was entirely destroyed, and the chimney was not built as supposed to be. So you can see on the top of the chimney, there's not this thick layer of usually, mortar and everything that's supposed to be a dome that push the water away, and the mortar was all broken. So we actually had to take down the chimney all the way to the floor in the attic and build it out. And that's why you see on those pictures to the right, that's after they redid the chimney. And because at that point, it was still the old roof, it looks awful because they put everything they could, because there was a delay of about 3 weeks in between the time the guy came to do the chimney and the guys came for doing the roof itself. So they tried to make as much possible of waterproofing they could do, which you can see all this black everywhere. And then the crew came for the roof and replaced the entire roof. And the guy that did the chimney knew that was going to happen, so they also made all the work they could do so that the people making the new roof would have space to bring this new metal roof within the chimney and seal it so it looked a lot better than that now. To make sure that the water wouldn't come through the chimney as it did before. So the old the old process was a two-step to make sure the chimney was not leaking, so the water was not coming in through the chimney. And you guys have seen those video before, because in my previous application, I've shown video, basically a little river coming down the chimney in the house. And at that point, we just got tired of trying to patch the problem with, you know, $2,000-3,000 worth of painting, and then we just changed the entire thing.
Thank you.
Anything further from the commission of this
I
witness?
just want to know if the roof is going to come before us at some point. Isn't that for a tax credit too?
So the roof, we considered ordinary maintenance. It was a metal roof before, it was replaced with another metal roof.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you for answering that. Very good.
I'm willing to entertain a motion.
Great.
Okay. I recommend that the Historic District Commission certify by motion that HIST 9752-2024 is eligible for participation in the Montgomery County Historic Preservation Tax Credit Program.
A second.
We have a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 The chair also votes aye. Any nays? I hear none, so it would be 4-0 to 1 abstention. It passes. Is there anything from the members of the commission?
No.
Nope.
Anything from staff this evening?
Yeah, I'd like to introduce you all to the city's new historic preservation planner, Kate Sangorio. I think I said it right, correctly?
San Gregorio.
San Gregorio. I apologize.
I might have to
Kate,
practice that a bit.
Kate comes for us from the city of Petersburg, Virginia. Just recently moved up here. She's got an extensive history or work as a preservation planner down in Virginia, so we're very excited to have her here. I'd be remiss also to not thank Sam Copeland, though, for the last couple of months and all the assistance he has provided to the city and to the planning department, stepping in Chris's absence after he left. Sam has done a great job. It won't be the last you see of Sam. Sam will still be around and helping out Kate through different applications as well.
Good, good.
Well,
Welcome.
Welcome.
And if I could just say, I really enjoyed working with you all the past few months. I've really enjoyed it. It was great to see you guys. And yeah, thank you for your, letting me be here. And I will still be at the city. So say hi every once in a while.
We will.
thank you.
And on that note, I would say that we appreciate your efforts over the last couple of months. And we appreciate the time and effort that the city staff has taken this evening to be with us and guide us, keep us going off the rails. It is truly appreciated. Thank you very much. And with that,
Thank you.
we adjourn.
All right.
We'll just
Good job.